Hi everyone. Thank you for tuning in to this overview of the iLevel to High Level program brought to you by Rios Business Advisors and Rios Business Funding. This video will help to explain how the program works at a high level without giving you too much specific detail, but you can always schedule a one-on-one phone call with us to be able to learn more about the program. So let's begin. Let me give you an overview of the iLevel to High Level program. iLevel to High Level program was designed to help establish and startup businesses to get access to two things that are important to them. The first is cash and the second is credit. But we want to do it in a revolutionary way. And we want to do it without enduring the burden of taking on the challenges of debt. Debt can be very crippling when not managed successfully. And it's been used as a tool to help generate wealth and prosperity over many, many centuries and decades. But especially in certain times of financial tightening, it becomes a hindrance and a rock that can kind of hold you down. And so through this program, we help you get access to the finances that you're looking for, but not in a way where you're having to be stuck and straddled with the debt. And so by following the roadmap that we have for our iLevel to High Level program, there's two outcomes that we hope you be able to accomplish. The first being access to credit lines or loans that help to stabilize business operations. We know businesses can be like a roller coaster that goes constantly up and down. And if you're anything like me, I don't enjoy being on a roller coaster, especially when it comes to finance. So we want to keep business operations stable, but that's just half of the picture. The other path that we need is you need access to cash, but not just any cash. You don't want to take on more loans. You want non-recourse cash, meaning no repayment or collection at a later date, and you can deploy your cash to be able to pay off all of your debt, but still have leftover reserves that you can use to successfully grow and expand either startup businesses or established businesses. And so our roadmap helps you get access to funding anywhere from $100,000 up to $100 million in funding if needed. We've even done it successfully for people over that amount. So it's flexible, meaning that we focus on what's important to you and we customize each of the steps that's ideal for every client. And so what you're seeing here is a roadmap that shows you exactly kind of the process that we'll have you follow. It's got about 4 specific steps that we follow through in a 4-phase roadmap, and it does it in a period of time that goes into about 7 months. But we can also be able to customize it for any individual. The first step is we look for initial funding if you don't have any funding already. For a lot of people that come to our program, they don't have cash on hand or either kind of reserves. But for those who do, you can bypass this step. And then we go into focusing on the 2 components of our program, like I mentioned, getting you a cash on cash return that takes over the period of multiple months. And then the second piece being what's called our Age Shelf Corporation program that helps give you credit. Now we're lasting over the next almost about 3 to 4 months of time. And then when it goes into our 3rd phase of the roadmap, we end up repeating the process over again for both sections, generating more cash and more credit. And then finally, that's where you go in to deploy the cash and the asset that you have available. Now, in this example that I'm showing, and most examples in the roadmap, we help clients to be able to have a leftover of $850K cash and about $1 million in credit for those who are needing about $1 million of both. But we've been able to do this to even increase these numbers so that you get bigger numbers as well. So this could end being like 5 million and 5 million, or even 10 million and another 5 million here, 100 million, or even more. We could even have it go down to be 250K to 250K. It's possible for us to be able to do all kinds of different combinations. But the most important thing that we're going to recommend is that once you have these assets in hand, we want to make smart decisions like estate planning, passive income investment opportunities, tax advisement and minimization strategies, and deploying of assets for revenue growth. And that, my friends, is what's going to take you out of the rat race of following the cycle of endless debt. Not to mention, you can even repeat the program to increase these numbers as much as needed to, so we can help you as your dreams expand. Now, a lot of people ask, well, how do we get started with the program? And we make this to be very easy. We look for people ideally that have about a 658 credit score on all 3 major bureaus. Ideally, you want to be over 700, less than 5 increase in major bureaus, and at least $27,000 in annual personal income the last 2 years. And then ideally, from a business sense, you've made at least $10,000 a month the last 3 months, and at least $50,000 in annual business income the last 2 years. But worry not. If you don't meet these requirements, we can work with you in a variety of different ways. A lot of our clients just start the process by signing a broker agreement with us. And from this broker agreement, then we're able to assess once they've been able to send a driver's license, a login to Score IQ to check their credit score, and last 2 years of personal tax returns. If we see within 24 to 48 hours, we try to make a financial plan for you on how we can be able to tackle the I-level to high-level program in a way that makes sense. But if this isn't the way that we go forward, we can work in things like personal our investment home equity. If you send a mortgage statement and property address, we can tap in things like 401ks, CDs, Roth IRAs, and brokerage accounts if you allow us to be able to see a statement. If you own a business, we want to see your EIN, voided check, or a bank letter verifying your account on bank letterhead, and then also the last 4 months of business statements. We can even go the SBA funding route, and that will require things like 2 years of tax returns for your business and 2 years month-to-date statements for your balance sheet and P&L statements. But don't hesitate to ask any questions. Schedule a one-on-one call with us because we want to be able to figure out how does it work for you and be able to answer any further questions. So until that time, I'll look forward to talking with you soon, and let us know if you have any questions.